Member for West Vancouver Capilano.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm honored to speak in the House today. Friday begins Speech and Hearing Month in Canada. This pandemic has been particularly difficult for those who rely on reading someone's face to communicate. I was raised by a mom with significant hearing loss. There's things we take for granted every day, like using the telephone, ordering at a restaurant, or asking a sales clerk a question. Hearing impairment is not visible to others. It's interpreted by others as being something not paying attention or not caring what someone is saying. I've been out with my mom when someone speaks to her and she may not notice, or she's just too embarrassed to try and answer because she doesn't understand what they've said to her. Can you imagine being in an airport, or for that matter, being on BC ferries, when even those without hearing impairment have a hard time to have a struggle to understand what the announcements are? Not understanding is very stressful. Have you missed something important? Have they changed your gate? Did they cancel your flight? Is the fire alarm going off? So with the assistance of great audiologists and organizations like Wavefront Center for Communication Accessibility, there are many tools to keep our deaf and hard of hearing community safe. In my mom's home, ringing the doorbell sets off flashing lights. A phone call sets on a machine that she can read what the caller is saying. Her morning alarm is under her pillow and shakes her awake. The pandemic has impacted us all differently. Most deaf and hard of hearing people are exceptionally good at lip reading or speech reading. They rely heavily on facial expressions to understand context. Masks, which are a very important health measure, have added a significant burden and frustration to those relying on those physical cues. So if you ever wonder why I over-enunciate my words sometimes or speak a little too loudly, now you know. And if I could ask one favor of BC Ferries for all of us, is please install reader boards. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.